I was Queen Frostine when I was 8 years old on here. It was quite a surprise. I was so excited because I mean, when you're little, you go to like Disneyland and stuff, and you see the parades, and you see like all of these princesses and stuff. And I was when I was asked to be a part of the parade, I was so excited because I was like, I'm gonna be just like Cinderella on the parade float. And my mom tried to adjust my expectations. I think she's like, oh, you might, I think my mom thought it was going to be like a local parade, so it's like I'm in the back of a car. But I mean, as you can clearly see here, like the floats are such a production, and I was so excited that first year. And I got up and they put me in this little dress, and they did my makeup, and there were so many people, and it was so amazing that I've come back to do it every year, and now I'm an adult woman, and
So you've done it like every year
every
since.
single year, yeah.
Wow. And now you're 21 years old. You're here again. How does that feel?
It feels very full circle. Not that I'm ready to quit anytime soon, but it's very nostalgic, of course, and it kind of shows me how far I've come. It's become such a part of my life, the parade every year. Like coming back from college now, my mom was like, hey, they asked you to be a part of the parade again this year, but if you don't want to come back, I understand. I was like, no, Mom, like the fact that you're even asking this question was like offensive. This has become part of who I am. This is how I see, so many friends every year. We've all become distant. We're doing college and we have work and jobs, but I called my job this week. It's like, sorry, like I have the parade, I have 4th of July. Like this is my thing.
And are you always the queen for the Candyland?
No, I've done quite a few floats. This is my first time returning to this, but I've been Princess Leia. I was one of the Schuyler sisters in Hamilton. My favorite is I really liked being on the Tinkerbell float because I thought the wings were so much fun to wear. I was the pirate fairy. I thought that one was so much fun. There's one where there's like this really tall lady and there's like this float that kind of looks like her skirt, and I got to be up at the top. It was quite a catalog. When I was younger, the parade was always this big production that, you would come into the office and there would be like streamers and glitter everywhere as they were like making all the floats. But it was definitely a lot smaller of a scale than it is today. Now there's such high production value. Like, this float, for instance, I remember it, and granted, this could be my memory. I remember it being like smaller and a bit more crude, but now this looks like something you would see at Disneyland. This is such a big professional production, and there are so many more floats, there's so many more people involved. It's become so much more of a thing. There's more people than ever. I mean, you can see it in how, like, even as the weather is getting hotter, it's going to be crazy hot this 4th of July, but people show up because it's such a big production, and it's such an honor to be a part of this, like, every year and getting to see it grow.
And so, did you have somebody else with you on the float when you were 8 years old as well?
Yeah.
Was it your sister, or was it
No, my best friend Abby. We were. It was my first time. She had done the parade a few times before, but she was very used to it. But it was my first time, and we did it together. And it's kind of become a tradition that me, Abby, and another friend of ours, Kira, all three of us would do the parade together, and we'd do the floats together. And it was, it's kind of, again, like as we all kind of grow separate. We're all adults now, and we're all in college and all this stuff. This is like the one time a year where we all come together and we catch up and we do this really fun thing. Hopefully, in the future when we are married with kids, we'll still be doing this together, and way off into the future, even when we're too old to be wearing these costumes, that will still be, I mean, even if I couldn't be in it, I would still come and watch because it's so amazing, and I love to share it with my friends and family.